now moving to the local environment, and we bring Aspen to the fore. It's a significant global pharma company. So having said we're moving to the local environment, of course, Aspen does have a huge footprint globally.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessarily in the first division of the global mega corporations with 200+ billion rands worth of market cap, dollars that is. But of course, here we're talking about 140 billion rands. So what's that, about $10 billion? So we're going way down.
From a market cap perspective.
$10 billion is not small money.
No, it's definitely not small money. PE here of 26 and a dividend yield of 0.7%. Pressure has been the word to associate with Aspen and the share price.
I agree.
Is that pressure going to alleviate?
Well, I personally see a lot of value in this company at these depressed prices, because this company is definitely one of those South African companies that you want to have in your portfolio with the money that you're not taking out. So this company earns about 26% of their revenue within the country. The rest is from all those other 150 countries that Paul mentioned earlier. They've bought a lot of medicine that came off patent from Pfizer. They've got a very good sort of deal structure and long-standing relationship with Pfizer. So we know it's good medicines that come into their stable. And then, they've got these synergies that they're busy sort of exploiting, and this whole distribution network in Europe that they acquired over the last year. So I think there's a lot of positive for Aspen. The negative part, though, is the fact that they are supplying antiretrovirals to the state, and they have to import all those products, and then they actually have to sell it at a fixed cost to the state, and that's been a major driver for the negative sentiment.
Well, you are hanging on to this one come hell or high water.
Yeah, I think so, and it's because Stephen Sard, the CEO and founder of the business, is such a high-quality individual. He's good at the marketing and the development of the sales channels, which he's really done, as Mia says, around the world. He's very good at the product and also the bio issues, but he's excellent also at the deals. Look, I think the market got very excited.
I want to get the graph back up here.
No, so it hits at a mark there of about 430 Rand, and it's currently trailing around 310. So it's been a very unfortunate and unhappy year. But I think it's just frankly because perhaps the market got a bit too excited about the earnings potential of all the new deals.
And that was built into the share price, and
myself
they didn't
included,
deliver.
so I'm not kind of pointing fingers. I was of the view that the June results this year would be sharply better than they were, but it's obvious
and you actually
they're
caught slightly off guard.
Yeah, they're going to have to continue to refine the portfolio. What they do best is rejig production and sales and take out costs and move things around and take things on. But the product portfolio, the combination of all of the infant nutritionals, all of the stuff that they've got for deep vein thrombosis and for blood conditions generally, make them, I think, a potential leader in that space.
Mia, do you agree? And my second part of the question is, have you been accumulating? So what is your level of conviction around Aspen?
Well, I'm pretty positive about Aspen, and we have been accumulating, and we started accumulating also much earlier than where the price is trading now, just below 400 Rand when we saw that sell-off in the market. So we think it's a good company for the long term. They definitely, have got good management. They know where they're going. They're working hard to achieve it, and I'm very happy to hold this share.
Paul?
Look,
anything else to add before we call
a bit of a jitter is the partnership with GlaxoSmithKline was very positive and very well developed, but then Glaxo sold stock in two chunks.
And there was a bit of an overhang with that process.
I think there is still a bit of stock around there, and I don't know what Glaxo's view is now, given that the share price is lower. They'll probably hold on to it, but I think they're going to continue to do all of the right things, and I wouldn't be surprised. Remember, they do report results every 6 months. We've now had the June numbers. There will be December numbers, although those will be out only in March. But
having checked Mia's level of conviction, what's your level of conviction in your client portfolios and your own portfolio?
We've certainly been adding to positions, and where clients are coming into the market, this is certainly front and center. So of our holdings in our core portfolios, this one and one other stock have been the only downside performers, and we typically view that as an opportunity to accumulate. Yeah.
Where does the value unlock come from? What are we waiting for, essentially?
Well, I think, the share price is a completely different story. The company is still making money, so they are still adding to their earnings. They still have a high margin. They are still a very profitable company. And they still, when you look over a 5-term period, have outperformed the JSE significantly. but there's just bad sentiment around the price. So I think as soon as that's out of the market, I think maybe there were also a lot of market players that took the GlaxoSmithKline sell-off as a negative, which we don't see it as, because they've been very vocal about the fact that they're going to sell out of their stake in Aspen. So yes, I think it's more a sentiment-driven issue here than anything else.
Hot or not?
Hot for me, definitely hot.
Hot or
I'm
not?
also hot.